I've been day trading for over 6 years now, and just within the last 2.5 years, I've made over $500,000 day trading. I've posted every single trade I take live in front of my Discord members for 20,000 members to see, and I've been extremely transparent about my journey and the strategies I use on a day-to-day basis. In this video, I'm going to show you guys the strategy I mainly use to day trade, and that incorporates liquidity, VWAP, and time-based trading. Whether you like it or not, the markets move in a constant algorithm. This video will show you the complete strategy you need to become a profitable day trader. You can quite literally just trade this strategy, take 3 to 5 trades per week, and make consistent profits from the market. My name is Ahmad Anwari, or some of you may know me as Tito, and this is the strategy that I've been formulating for the last 6 years of day trading. Now, before I get into this video, make sure you guys watch this entire video all the way through. Watch it on 1.5 or 2x speed if you have to, because skipping can result you to miss a key detail, and missing a key detail can change the entire output. The first piece of the puzzle we're going to be covering is time-based trading. And there are 3 key points that the markets reverse at. And the first one is between 7:30 to 8 a.m. Pacific time. The second one is between 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is between 12 p.m. Pacific time to 1 p.m. or market close. This is probably the easiest piece of the puzzle to understand. You just have to make note of this when you're trading on a day-to-day basis and be alert and ready. This is where the concept of time-based trading comes in. Now, this is actually a theory derived by the Einstein of Wall Street, or in other words, Peter Tuchman. Before I get into this video, I'm doing a 500 to 5k trading challenge where I'm going to be taking $500 and trading that all the way up to 5k. This is going to be our 19th run after completing 18 successful previous ones. And I've completed these challenges time and time again in the Discord server in front of over 10 to 20,000 people. If you guys are interested in joining the challenge, the link to that is going to be in the description. And let's get right back into this video. Now, the second part of this video is going to require us to jump on the chart, and it incorporates a price action indicator that I use on a day-to-day basis, that market makers actually use on a day-to-day basis as well, and that's called a volume weighted average price, or in other words, VWAP, comparative to the volume we're trading at. All you want to do is hop on your trading view chart, go to your indicators tab at the top, and type the word VWAP, and it's going to be volume weighted average price. Once you click on that, you're going to get something that looks like this, and I'm going to show you guys the settings to change. First, you can change the colors if you want to change it to match your chart. I will typically change the lower and upper band to purple and the middle VWAP band to red. Once you do that, all you want to do is click on bands fill and change the opacity to 0%. You could uncheck it, but for some reason, whenever you restart TradingView, it's going to pop back in. That's literally all you have to do to add VWAP to your chart. Now, to give you guys a lesson on VWAP, now how does VWAP actually work and what is it actually useful for? VWAP gives you 3 bands. You have the middle VWAP band, you have the upper band, and you have the lower band. When price is trading at or above the upper band, it's essentially telling us that the market is somewhat overbought and it's ready to potentially make a move to the downside. And the market eventually sells off down to the lower band. Vice versa, when we're trading at the lower band or below the lower band, the market is telling us that we're oversold and we're ready to get bought back up to the upper band. Now, VWAP is an amazing indicator to take trades off of, but you want to have at least a few other confluences that line up before you actually take an entry off of VWAP. And that's what we're going to be covering in this video. And by the end of this video, you're going to have a pretty good understanding of how to take trades using VWAP, using time-based trading, and using liquidity. Same thing happened over here. You can see price ends up getting bought up to the upper band. Once we retest the upper band, we end up rejecting right back down to and below the lower band. And this pattern typically continues throughout the day. Sometimes price stays below the lower band a little longer than it does above the upper band. Now that you understand what VWAP is, I'm going to show you guys the correlation between our first piece of the puzzle, time-based trading, and VWAP. Now, to simplify it for your eyes, I'm going to create a box for the first time window, and that's going to be from market open to about 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. That is the first hour that the market is open. The second reversal period happens between 9 a.m. Pacific to about 10 a.m. Pacific. And lastly, the third time window is going to be from 12 p.m. to about 1 p.m. PST. Now that we have the reversal periods mapped in, I'm going to show you guys the correlation between VWAP and these time windows. So if we're trading above the upper band by 7:30, the likelihood the market is going to dump is more likely than not likely. And that's what happens right over here. You could see that at exactly 7:30 Pacific time, the market is trading at above the upper band VWAP, and the market has a reversal and dumps to the downside to below the lower band VWAP. Same concept applies at between 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific time. You can see the market is trading at or above the upper band VWAP right here, and just before 9 a.m. Pacific time, we began dumping from the upper band to and below the lower band VWAP. And lastly, the same thing happens at our third time window. Power hour is the last hour of market open, and typically price, if it's trading at or above the upper band VWAP, is going to go from the upper band, dump down to the lower band. Now you may be wondering, what if price is trading at below the lower band VWAP instead of above the upper band VWAP? The same idea applies, but this time it's just reversed. If we're trading at below the lower band VWAP, price is going to end up getting bought up to the upper band, as it does numerous times right here. And I'm going to show you guys some examples of that pretty soon. The last piece of the puzzle is liquidity. We have buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity. Buy side liquidity is an area where buyers get liquidated, hence pushing the price down. Sell side liquidity is an area where sellers get liquidated, hence pushing the price up. So sell side liquidity is always going to be below current price, and buy side liquidity is going to be above current price. To identify where liquidity rests at, I use a very simple concept. I wait for the first 2 hours of market to play out. I create a box from the lows that we create to the highs, and then I create liquidity zones from the highs and the lows that we create. So that's going to look something like this. So it's going to look something like this when you're all said and done. So step 1, identify key reversal times and mark it in your chart. 9 a.m. Pacific time. There's 2 things you want to confirm. Have we retested liquidity, and are we trading at or above the upper band or at and below the lower band VWAP? And once you have these few confluences confirmed, you can go ahead and take entry on your trade and ride the trade up or down. Stop loss can be set at a break of the upper band VWAP or liquidity in this case, and take profit can be at the lower band VWAP or break into liquidity. In this case, this is a 6.12 risk to reward ratio, and this is a trade I actually took live in the Discord server in front of 20,000 members. If you guys want to come trade with me, I trade every single day, and I post my exact entries, exits, take profits, stop losses live in real time for you to track and copy. The free link will be in the description, and I'll see you guys in there. Now, there are a few exceptions to this strategy. The first exception is that news plays a massive impact on the market, and a lot of times news will override any type of technical analysis that you do. There is a couple things you want to be careful of when you're trading this strategy. If it's a heavy news day like CPI, FOMC, or something major war or energy related, it can heavily impact the market and override any technical analysis you do. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe, and comment the word done if you watched it up until this point so I know you watched the entire video.